a part 2 to anger and creation. I also read last night in this book that anger is an arrow. Anger points the way to the new self. It points the way to what we've learned and the direction we must go. So, as I've done for the last 3 months in my breakup, I will talk about my breakup. I still have a lot of anger about it, okay? And the reason why that is righteous is because it is pointing the finger to me that I will never be disrespected like that again. I will never be treated with such devaluation as I was in that relationship. So what it tells me now is this new person, this new identity, loves herself, fiercely protects herself from people who do not see her worth and who would abuse her. And many other people in the world are feeling devalued by somebody who is unhealed, by somebody who goes and walks around the earth hurting others, creating mayhem, creating chaos, rather than do their own work to show up and love people properly. And as I talk about my experiences and vulnerability and strength, as I use the gifts I've been given of articulation, it helps other people to not feel alone. It gives other people the courage to look at their situation and say, this is actually not normal. This is messed up. And I am disrespecting myself. This is actually insulting my soul, and I'm getting out of here. So the action of talking about my anger towards my ex, of talking about the behavior that was abusive, that was maltreatment, is actually the direction I need to go right now. It is my purpose. And I love it, and I'm going to sit in it as long as I am required by the universe to do that, because anger is the arrow. She also talks about jealousy in here. If you're feeling feelings of jealousy towards another person for their success, that's an arrow that points to you, that is something that you want to do, or something that you know deep down that you can do equally well or better, and it's an arrow pointing you in the direction of that endeavor. Shame is another emotion she talks about in this book. Shame was often placed on us as small children when we dared to question or call out dysfunctional patterns in the adults around us. We were often made to feel like it was our fault when we pointed the finger to abuse, because how dare we unveil the secret that the adults had been hiding? Well, now we do that in our creative process. Now, instead of creating, we act under a veil of shame and we don't create because we don't want to do that again. We have that wound. And she says to us, if we feel shame, we don't want to create something because we are worried about unveiling something. That is an arrow